Another death we're going to talk about right here. Southern California potential future legend MoneySign Suede died after he was stabbed in a shower at a California prison. Authorities said, and his attorney Nicholas Rosenberg said, he was found in the shower area of a correctional training facility in Soledad shortly before 10 p.m. Tuesday. Despite life-saving efforts, he died at the prison medical facility.
I'm not familiar with bro. Put me up on bro.
He's from Huntington Park. Are you familiar?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Huntington Park.
Yeah.
He's a young kid. I think he's about 22 years old.
I was gonna ask you how old he
I've
was.
shot music videos for this kid.
Oh, damn. You know
I
him.
want to tell you,
Damn.
he's definitely one of the more prominent Latin artists that were coming up. He was signed to Atlantic.
They was calling him. Hey, they was saying he was he was like Kodak Black. They say was calling him Kodak Brown.
What?
Nah, yeah,
They was really fucking with
Nah,
him,
that
bro.
they
say
were-
he
they-
was
He
about
kind
to
of
go
tall with a
up.
mustache.
They
Nah,
say he was
he's
about
about
to
my
go
height.
up.
Oh, okay, okay.
So about our height, because I think
Oh,
we're
right
about
here?
the same height.
Yep, they say
Okay, I
he was
wasn't
about
here
to
to
go
him.
up,
Yeah.
bro.
Nah, yeah, he was already on. He sold out the Roxy. He did a lot of great things in his small, short time as a artist. But he was definitely the heir apparent to being the best Latin rapper that was out.
Is he a Southsider?
Yes, he is.
Oh, so he had politics going on up in there. You
Yeah.
never know what was going
Never
on.
know
Yeah,
what
it's
was
hard.
going
It's
on
hard to
up in
tell.
there.
Yeah, you don't just randomly die from a stabbing in prison. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's a no go. Especially, it just don't go that way. If you guys
Yeah.
are familiar with the way prison works, that shit don't go that way. You know what I mean? And if-
22 years old,
Damn.
man.
exactly.
That's
That's
what
a
I'm
baby,
stuck
man.
on about this entire situation. 22 years
Killed
old.
in jail.
He
That's
didn't even
fucked
get
up.
to live a full quarter of his life.
Has he been up here? I feel like he's been up here, Josh.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's been
Yep.
up
Did he
there.
came with peso or did he get his own? No, he did his own. Yeah, perfect.
It's
Yep.
so young. You remember 300 when old boy's son was killed, the general, and he said he hasn't even yet felt the warmth of a woman, and he did. I mean, obviously, I'm sure he has, but just saying the fact
Nah.
he was such a baby.
That boy, 22 years
Biggie
old.
and Pac.
That's
You
a
think
baby.
young.
Really, if he did, he got a small taste of it and got
That
checked
part.
out, church.
There's
So
a high
it's-
chance that he's gonna be considered like a Mexican Tupac at this junction. I would. He was definitely on this.
That's
The trajectory was very upward.
And was he dope too?
Yeah,
he was
he
pretty
was,
cool.
yeah.
That's dope. All right. That's
Even
dope.
I liked him. I'm black. I think it was it.
What?
I mean, let's look at the bright side here,
Right.
right? Like, I mean,
Right.
and I'll give you that. And while at first I was like, what the fuck is Icon saying? But then I think about it, I'm like, damn, Pac did die at 25.
Man, Biggie and Pac, they was babies.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
were
they
babies
was.
too. So when I look at that, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't say that.
was a
about
kid
that. Like,
around
whoa,
then.
hold the fuck on. Like, when I look at it, I'm
I
like,
remember.
Pac died 3 years older than him.
Pac-
I'm not
Pac
gonna
was older than
say.
me,
I'm not
so-
gonna say by no distance is he anywhere near Pac's impactful status.
Right.
But for
That's
Mexicans,
Right on.
no, yeah, but
Right
for
on.
Mexicans in Los Angeles,
the potential
oh, you know
to
what?
be
This is
something.
a lot closer to like a Mexican Nipsey scenario.
Interesting.
Because obviously Pac was worldwide. Nipsey is a lot more known locally to
But I
us.
love how you gave him his flowers and say he could have been that. He was gonna be that. Like,
Very highly likely that he was.
you ain't gotta change it. We was already with you. You already had a soul.
Yeah, you know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't have to
That's
change
what's
it.
up.
We
Yeah,
got
I
you.
mean,
That's what's up.
and what's his
homie.
name? What Sway?
MoneySign Sway.
MoneySign
Money
Sway.
Sign Sway.
His numbers
Damn.
were very
I mean,
popping.
it's the fact you didn't shot videos and stuff for him. You know him. You know what I'm saying?
It
He's
seems
cool,
like
that's
it's
fucked up.
impacted a lot of people. Like I was talking last night, I heard, man, him and Blasey was hella cool, you know? So it sound like he fucked up to him, man. Shout out to Blasey, man, wherever you at, church.
Here's what
Keep
we
your
talk
head up, my nigga.
about separated. I don't know what happened with him. He could have been tickets, could have been anything. But when we got to separate the two, once you do, it's almost like you use like the whole hood to become who you are. Then once you get there, you do have to separate. You do gotta like pull it apart. But going to prison and going to jail, it's hard to separate unless you gonna PC up. You know what I'm saying? And do what you gonna do. It's hard to do that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, it always goes back to say, like, you're gonna be down. Niggas don't care about your money and your
Yeah,
notoriety in the game of you rapping
And
or
the-
not
Kelly
to
up in
be
there
something.
singing,
They
man.
actually expect more out of you.
And the cold part
It's
is,
crazy.
That's a fact.
when you're young like that, you don't know when enough is enough. Like when you've proved yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when there's other people around you gassing
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah, they're
You're-
not telling you you proved yourself.
Yeah,
They're like,
you-
hey, you got to go do this now.
You like, didn't I get 3 stripes? You know what I'm saying? You gonna get stripes tonight. You want them tonight? Get them.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Get them tonight. You know?
You just got money.
Yeah.
You just got money, man.
Yeah.
They just like you for rap. They don't like you because you really down with the
Yeah.
set.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
why push that on somebody? Like, I don't understand. And I'm just asking. And I
Yeah.
ask this as a general movement. Like, why don't when you see one of your little homies, you could be from a neighborhood, and this is from anybody from anywhere, all over the country. How you see your little homie moving? Like, why don't you just stand behind him and help
Yeah.
him push?
Because they really don't give a fuck about them.
Like,
man,
you
if
know
that's
what I'm
the
saying?
case, if they
Versus
don't.
trying to, like, do you know that some of the things that you're telling him is about to keep him down and hold him back from that?
Yeah.
Possibly lose his life?
Yeah. like I said before, it's a cold thing to be from a neighborhood and to be on some, I don't want to say kumbaya, but be on some
Facts.
movement, and then somebody gets smacked. And they look at you like, you know, it's a hard situation where you want to be kumbaya and move forward, but you got to smack back.
Right.
You got to, and that's
You
the
have no
fuck shit
choice.
about it.
You got
And
no
that's why
choice.
I don't even try to stay away from certain things, because I know my mentality as a strategist or a thinker
Well, that's
is
growth.
like you touch, just growth.
That's
Yeah,
growth, man.
precisely.
That's
But it's
growth.
hard to tell certain people things like, you know, hey, don't do that. You know what I mean? When they got to go through it. And then how you going to tell people they want to be from something if they got to get stripes?
I definitely tell the younger
Where you get
homies.
stripes at if it ain't no
I
way to get
definitely
'em?
always try to tell the younger homies it's cool that you did your thing, but if you're trying to do something different, just some things are just oil and water, my
Yeah.
boy. You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
that shit.
Yeah, facts.
And you can't hire a
Talk that
security guard.
shit.
You need someone with a blower?
Yeah.
Tell your homie to go get a guard card
That's
before
right.
the motherfucker
We
gets a
need
felony.
you
That part.
on. This is how I'm looking
That
at it,
part.
right? I'm
Yeah. Say
like,
the same
okay,
shit.
this is our little homie, right? Let's say we all from the same set. We got a little homie that's getting on. Why are we gonna encourage him to fuck up? We need this
Right.
nigga to blow.
Right.
Open up the door so we can come in too.
On the flip side of that, though, there's just a lot of motherfuckers that don't think that way because they haven't seen the promised land to think that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We on some.
We gotta try, Icon. When do we
No,
attempt
absolutely. I totally
to
feel it.
fucking try to grow a brain to
Yeah.
try this?
Yeah,
you know what I'm
facts.
saying? It's easy to point this nigga in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
That's the easy route.
Yeah.
Hard route is keeping the nigga out of trouble so he can go blow up, make some millions, and
Yeah.
guess what? Nigga fuck around and respect us. He done went and hit for 50 mil, come back and hand each one of us $1 million.
Yeah. That's
Just
how,
because
that's how
he
it's
like,
supposed to
man,
go.
I see that y'all try to keep me out the bullshit. Y'all could have sent me to go do suicide
Yeah,
missions.
yeah.
Facts.
But y'all didn't, and
Yeah.
y'all sent me and kept my nose in this music and kept me evolving.